Just give me a second. Meanwhile, I just give you a bit introduction how this process and things are going to be. You guys would have, seen the last particular setup or last report which we have done. Okay, so in this particular thing, we are going to take the whole presentation into 4 sessions, and those sessions are knowledge, past experience, work ethic, and cross examination. I just let you know, like in the cross examination part, the last part which you can, which is there, in that you guys need to ask a question to your colleague itself. Okay, whomsoever is your colleague, you have to ask the question to them and proceed on it. So that is going to be the part of a cross examination is going to be. So you can be prepared and set up for that. Okay, so I'm just moving to this a quick. Today we have Chandra with us, Muzammil, right?
Yes, right.
Am I smell? Okay, Muzammil with us and Ashwin. So the meetup is actually created in such a way where we are actually understanding your communication, mindset, work culture, attentiveness, and knowledge. These are a couple of things which are tracked or checked in this particular setup. All the answers which you will give, that will be recorded and that will be analyzed through our AI model, as well as there is a human expert, and we will create a report and send it to you, like how you performed in which question and what all said. So layout of the meetup is going to be in the 4 segment, that is knowledge, experience, work ethic, and cross examination, as I already told you. So without further delay, I would request you to first introduce yourself and your journey till now in Salesforce. So Muzammil, you can be the first one.
Okay. Yes, my name is Muzammil Mubin Pathan. I'm from the Pune, Maharashtra. Yes, and I have done the BCA in 2015 when after that I joined the consulting staff as a CRM practitioner. I worked there 1.5 years as a CRM practitioner. After that, I joined the WNS Global Services as senior associate, where I started my Salesforce journey in the WNS Global Services. I joined as a senior associate. After that, they gave us training for the Salesforce admin. I started working as admin in that WNS Global Services. After that admin, they put me in the CPQ project. So I have started working in the CPQ process in WNS completely 3 years, 7 months. I worked in the admin and the CPQ in the WNS Global Services.
Thank you. Ashwin, you can be the next one to just give a bit glimpse of your journey, and not very detailed, but a glimpse can work it out.
Sure, right. So I have started my Salesforce career in 2017. So under the company of Aerotide Works Private Limited. So I am working as a senior Salesforce administrator. So here I take care of, I have worked in projects like medical, admin, management, advertising, and so on. So in that, there were many projects that I have worked as an admin, as a consultant. And also in my recent projects, we have worked as an CPQ and admin. So in that, we were doing that base, means like overall that cost and all the qualities and all the things, whatever the customers were needing. So all those things that we were setting up, and we were giving them the overall functionality what as requested by the client. So apart from that, we have done many admin and integrations as well. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you for that. Chandra, you can be the next one.
Yeah, good to see you. So first of all, myself, Chandra Sahaj. So I have a 2 years of experience in Salesforce. Currently, I'm working in one of the CPQ project. So 3x ranger, I mean the tri-led ranger, and I'm like a certified Salesforce CPQ certified. So I'm basically from Bangalore.
Good to know. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So proceeding to this, like as we got how your overall journey and setup has been till now. So the first we will be asking, there are certain set of knowledge based questions. Here the process is going to be, you need to raise the hand and then you have to reply. Okay. So the question will be presented in front of you and you have to read the question by yourself, raise the hand and reply. If someone also want to give the answer on that question, they can also give, but again, the answer need to be different or a bit, there should be some counter on new things. You cannot just repeat the same thing around. Okay. So here's the first one. You can read the question by yourself. And once it's done, you can read, you can just raise the hand and answer. Okay, not, yeah, like this. Like Muzammil, then Chandra, you have to raise the hand in the Google Meet itself. There's a button of raising hand. Okay, so I saw like Chandra has raised the hand first. So please, Chandra, do the same way as Muzammil has raised. Muzammil, you can answer it. Yeah.
The product rules. So we can say whenever we are going to configure the product, and there is a we can say multiple products, and we need to be a sales rep want to in the different method and different way. So there is a type of the product role, so we can assign through that while the configuring the product or while the selecting the product should be in the proper manner. If there is a product role, we can say there is a 2 or 4 types in the product role. Uh, Also for the selection product rule, alert product rule, and filter and validations. While the alert product rule, when there is a 4 product, and if the product sales rep is selecting one product, and he should not select that product in that quantity, or should not product select without another product. So that time it will be he will be show the pop-up message, alert message. Okay, this is the just only the warning message. So he can skip also, and he can continue also, make the changes also. And the validation rules, in that validation rules, sales rep or user has to be select the right product. You cannot proceed without selecting the proper product. So any combination not match, any criteria not match, it will be automatically pop up that error message when we set the validation product rule. So it will be not allow, don't allow sales rep to go ahead without making the changes in that validation selection validation rule. So this is the type.
That's
So
good.
okay.
Yeah, thank you. Chandra, do you have anything new into it or any counter or something you want to add into it?
Yeah, there is a selection, and we have a one more product rule called a selection and filter.
Okay, selection and filter is there in that. Okay, that's good. Ashwin, anything new into it from your side you want to add into it?
New in the sense, like just, yeah, I have the same points. So, for example, whenever the customer or someone has something like it is not only minimizing, or it's also adding. Like, for example, when we select one product, anything like we select a product A, automatically the product B has to be selected. So, if there's a requirement, something like this, at that time, product will help us to select, auto select, or auto remove, or common condition. And through for this aspect, we can use this product rule efficiently.
That is really great. So let's move to the second one. This was just to give you a glimpse how the process is going to be. You all guys can raise the hand and you have to be a different, or you can counter with the example also if you find something mistake or some other thing has been spoken by the earlier guy. This is your second question. Anyone like to raise the hand? Yeah, Ashwin.
So we have different options, right? So in that options, if you want to give an user like what bundle to be chosen, at that time this dynamic handle will help us. So we can choose our own options from the bundle. So from the product, there are different types of product, right? So in that product, there will be different options. So from that option, which one do we need to select? So it will give us an option for the end user. So for that scenario, we can use this dynamic bundles.
Okay, that's good. So Sorry, my one other screen just lost the connection. So anyone among you guys would like to answer? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Muzammil. Yes.
Dynamic bundles. We can say, uh, yes, he already said right, Ashwin. When we user want to select a bundle for option inside the bundle, so we can there is a so it will be easy to select. We can create the dynamic bundle. So it's mentioned already. This is a bundle, and with this bundle, this option with that bundle. So this is the dynamic. So it will be easy to selection.
Okay, that makes sense. So let me move to the next question. Chandra, do you have anything different in this, Chandra? Like, not to repeat, but any other point to be mentioned in this? You are mute, Chandra. I think so. There's a connection issue. Let me move to the next question. Okay. This is a third question. You all guys are seeing here the third question on the screen. QTC. Yeah, Muzammil.
QTC, this term used in the total complete code to cash process, and we can say this is related to and with the finance team also. Uh, Totally, it's a work in the in Sales Cloud. For the creating a code and then actual converting to cash, this completely part fall in the billing process. Not only complete billing, but it's a term and it's a tool for the billing team and the finance team to take care of the complete QTC process and the
Okay.
transaction and all the receipts. Yeah.
Great. Chandra, you also raised anything extra you want to add in it?
Yeah, it's true. But the thing is, we have to, from starting of the lead to we can convert the opportunity, then we can create the quote, then we can start this process like quote to cash. Then once we can create the code, then we can add the products for this particular, as per the requirement. Then once it is done, we can go for as per the requirement, this code we can submit for approval. Once it is got approved, then we can generate order and something order, and after that we have if there is any like a subscription product, so we can have some contract module. If there is no any like a subscription product, directly we can go for the invoice generation, and then we can go for the cash, like the payment.
Okay. Okay, got it. Ashwin, anything you want to add regarding the components? Like, have you used this thing? Like, because almost all the points have been covered. That's why I'm asking this direct question to you.
Yeah, actually, yes. This is like as everyone said, it's a code to cash and it's a sales process flow. And yeah, it starts from configuring and pricing a product. Then we have to send a code. So we can send different codes to different customers. So there will be a product. So when you ask for an object, there will be a product. Then there will be code where we send different codes to different customer. After that, once they confirm, so once they see that, review that, then there will be an object called contract where we will create, negotiate, and execute. So whatever like user, if they want 6 months or 8 months, so all the things of all the things we will be putting everything in that contract. And once that is confirmed, then we will send to that a higher official for approval. So as Chandra said, there will be an approval. So once it is signed, means once it's approved by an higher official, so then what we will do, it will be registered as a product for an ordering and fulfillment for the customer. Then from that point onwards, we can do billing and the cost section. So initially from configuring, then approval, then from that, after getting it approved, then we'll have it as a product. Then at that last, that is from code to cash. Cash means billing revenue. And then again, if they want to have it renewal, then there will be again renewal in that contract. And this flow is something termed as code to cash. So from code, then end to cash. It will be like an back-to-back flow.
Okay, so it's like a whole package of flow from start to end. It goes around, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you guys for this all information, and definitely you all three has been equivalent knowledge on that all set. Question 4. Okay, do give a scenario also as requested, Chandra. Yeah, you can unmute and speak, Chandra.
Yeah, the price rules basically we can like automatically we can apply the price at the time of like a quote line editor. Like if you can compare like, am I
Ashwin
audible?
has some other thoughts. Yeah, you are audible. You are audible. Yes,
Yeah.
you are audible. Okay, Ashwin,
Yes.
you was yeah, Chandra. You can continue. Sorry, you can continue. Yeah.
Yeah, if suppose the like the scenario means I was working on like a sales process. In that sales process, the what is the main difference between the quote and I mean sales process, sales normal quote and the CPQ quote is what I observed is in the sales quote, the normal sales quote we can enter the prices. Prices means we can give the discounts, but here in the CPQ, it will automatically calculate the prices based on the price rule configuration. This is what I observed the normal, the basic difference between the normal quote and the CPQ quote. And coming to the scenario, I'm not able to recollect at this moment because when I got trained the CPQ, that time I know, but now I forgot
No
I'm
issue.
not able to remember this
No
moment.
issue. Yeah. Ashwin, you were just trying to speak something. Do
Yeah,
you
so
have any
just
other thoughts on it?
I agree to that. And so, for example, initially we create a price rule, and there will be we have to add a conditions, and then as she said, we have to use in summary variable to aggregate or divide, like however, and then we will create a price action in the price rule. So in the scenario basis, if you want like very simple scenario, whenever a customer buys a product A, so on buying each, like whenever we buy like this product, automatically this has to be added. For example, whenever a customer buy a 100 ml Coke, so for every 100 ml Coke, so if he add 100 ml Coke, that should be a donut added. So whenever he buys, like whenever he picks 100 ml bottles of Coke, so 3 donuts should be automatically added. This scenario can be we can easily achieve through this price rule.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, Muzammil,
So
anything
So
extra
much
new,
like
something? Yeah.
yes. As per the price rule, through the price rule, we can give an idea and we can give the condition. So if the condition is this met, this price rule will be this. But if you're asking about the lookup queries, price rule with the lookup query, whenever any complicated scenario came in the requirement, and we are not going to fetch with the price rule, simple price rule method. So that time we need to add the lookup query. Just I want to give example. If I have the 10 products, I have the 100 products. Okay, suppose I have the 100 products and I want my price. If I sell quantity is 1, then the price should be $50. If quantity is 2, then price should be $70. If quantity is 3, then price should be $80. The quantity is 4. If I'm increasing the quantity, then price should be automatically increased. Then how much we calculate this? So how much on the which basis they are the calculating? It's not multiplying, it's not adding. So that time we can use the lookup queries. Lookup queries apply the give the complicated conditions for that. Using that complicated conditions with the lookup queries, we can achieve that kind of the requirement.
Okay, that makes sense. So moving to the next one. Yeah, from this question onward, you need to raise the hand before speaking. Like for example, right now Chandra has raised, and if she is speaking, then you guys have to go to the next question and do that. So Chandra, you can be the only one to answer on this. Yeah, Chandra, you can speak.
Yeah, basically the nested bundle in CPQ means it is a bundle inside the bundle. So we can configure the bundles. So first of all, for configuration, the bundle the main if suppose is there any bundle product, we have a two kind of options like the configuration type. We have, if we can select like a required, then we can go for the we can add like a feature and the product options. Like the bundle means it's a combination of the product option and the feature. So after that, in the product option, we have the like field called I forgot the name of the field. There is a, in the product option, there is, we can add this bundle product in that product option. I forgot that name actually. So in that we can add the bundles, because I already configured this so many times like the nested bundles. But the field name I
No,
forgot.
that's fine. That's
Sorry.
fine. It's happens. But
In
that was
different
like you
methods.
overall given the idea like how this thing need to be taken care. Yeah. So I'm proceeding to the next one. Sorry.
What is-
Okay, Chandra and Ashwin and Muzammil, everyone. Wow. But the Ashwin and Muzammil try to don't repeat the same thing. In the previous question, we do got like the same scenario was repeated. Yeah, Chandra, you can be the one. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, basically the product rules is like we can like display any like alert or validation. We can use the product rules, but for the option constraints, there is a two kind of option constraints. Exclude uh, option constraints, two types of option constraint. It is either it is like not
Okay. No issue.
sorry, sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Ashwin, you can be there. Yeah.
So this option constraining, just to give a quick example, right? So whenever user buys a one product, so automatically the other product should go. For example, if I buy a French fries, so automatically it should go with either mango or an apple. So this, when we have this, so this should go with this or this. So these things can be controlled in an option constraint. Whereas product rule means whenever user selects one thing, automatically the other things has to be selected, or automatically other thing has to be divided. So those things can be achieved through product rule. This is the main difference between option constraint and product rule.
Yeah. Muzammil, anything new or extra in this? You are mute. You are mute. Muzammil, you are mute.
Sorry. Option constraint mean can create product dependency. Okay, if someone buying the desktop, you have to be you cannot select the keyboard without the laptop, external keyboard without laptop. So that is a dependency that will be product open up to. But in the product rule, there is a small difference in that. We can but say both work like same.
Okay. Next move, let me do the next question. After this, we have only one more question. Then we will go to the next scenario. So have you guys used any migration CPQ, like different tools or something that you can explain in this?
Different tools you have utilized for the migration. Migration purpose is another tool. Last one we used.
If no, then should I move to the next one? Yeah, I'm moving to this one. I think like all three need to have some thought on this. Okay. This is some scenario-tical question is there. You guys need to give some example if you really you really know which one is faster or not. You can read it. Okay.
So as you
Then,
can say, the code line editor generally
okay,
faster
Muzammil.
using the
Yeah, you
yes.
can speak. Yeah, you can speak. No issue. Yeah.
Yes. After you just say in the Salesforce CPQ, when using the code line editor, calculating generally faster using price rule or the code line calculator plugin. So we can just say that code line plugin is faster the price rules. For example, while we directly calculating on the code line editor page and we just do the on the calculation on that. So the price rule it's already running behind that, or if it's already triggered, but we can get as compared to such, we can just say QCP is fast.
Okay. No issue. Ashwin, some way like, have you really experienced this thing like QCP is fast, or you only have some under idea on it? As you have also raised hand,
Uh,
that's why I'm
Yeah, actually, I was, yeah, see, no, actually, I didn't think, but that, yeah, Kotlin editor is faster than Kotlin code calculator plugin. So this is like on update. So whenever we update something in Kotlin editor, automatically the values will be calculated on the button click. So then using a plugin. So I think that this is the fastest Kotlin editor,
okay.
really.
Moving to the next one. Yeah, Ashwin.
So the summary variable is like it allows us to evaluate the options within a bundle. So we have from a bundle. So if you want to evaluate the product within a bundle or the quote or a quote line item against some conditions and then perform some response. So at this time of thing, we will be using summary variables. For example, when we select in a computer, an example, if you select more than two things, some of two things cannot be more than this. So on that aspect, we will be using this summary variables. So for this, the dependent object, like we have to have a product rule, then configuration rule, and then next comes the summary variable. Here we actually add the logic. So what logic that has to work, and then we will add an error condition. So error condition is like validation check. So we will check if that criteria meets or not. So these three, like product rule, configuration rule, then summary variable and error condition, we will be using to achieve this summary variable.
Okay, that makes sense. So, Chandra and Muzammil, Muzammil, it looked like you are asking to someone and speaking. Who is there? Anyone somewhere near to you with whom you are talking? You are mute.
I'm just reading like the summary of
Okay.
variables, summary variables, summary variables. And
Okay, no issue.
against in that sorry summary counts against governor limit. So I think no, it will not count against the governor limit.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, moving ahead. The last question in this segment.
Advanced order management Salesforce CPQ. Advanced order management, approval management.
Very less people use this thing actually, generally in CPQ. Okay. Yeah. So Muzammil, you can start. You both guys have raised the hand together. Yeah, Muzammil.
No, I'm just giving idea about this advanced order management and advanced approval process. These two things nowadays, the business criteria is going so high and is demanding and the requirement as per this. So advanced approval and advanced order. So they already set some kind of the criteria. If these things is already is the match with this criteria, so it will giving the advanced order or advanced approval.
So you are going with the words, I think so.
Not
Okay.
words. I'm just giving an idea. Yeah.
Okay. As in anything specific technical thing, you know? Yeah.
So yeah, this initially, if you take that order, what is an order management? So it's like a central hub. This handles all the aspects of order, like means like from an life cycle. For example, from configuration, then from capturing, then fulfillment, then shipping, then service, and all the things will be tackled in this and order management. This is, means in a general way. And approval means that like we will be having certain conditions. So on if it satisfies this, we will be sending this to an higher person like manager. So if they approve that, so advance approval means it will be from the package it will evaluated that package approval rule. So based on that rule, if it is approved, then we will be having these things and all the things like from starting till the service. So it will be having that capturing that then fulfillment, all the things whatever we have in service, including that. So it's like an also like a back-to-back functionality only, and the approvals involved in it should be this one, I guess.
Okay, makes sense. So, Chandra, we have just finished our first segment in this. So, did you learn anything new? Like, I'm just taking a intro in between feedback with you guys. Like, till how did you guys learn anything new which you were not knowing and someone near to you in your colleague has spoken or something?
Yeah.
Did you find something?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know about the QCP. QCP and the summary variable, order management. These three I don't know. So these three are the new for me.
Okay. Yeah, guys, we do have other segments also. I'm moving to the next one.